What is going on, casuals? I'm back, giving my reaction to the entirety of UFC Fight Night. Gamrot versus Salkilld. This guy fucking did it better than Charles Oliveira did it. He smoked out a full camp Gamrot faster than Oliveira smoked out a short notice Gamrot. That is fucking crazy to me, but that's besides the point. We're gonna go out there. We're gonna give a breakdown of the entire card. Sick fucking card. I did pretty good on predictions. I can't be mad. Uh, the only fight I got wrong was oh my days, Louis fucking Sutherland, but we'll get to that. Sick fight, great fights all around. A lot to talk about. Let's get straight into it. Gigi Canuto versus Carol Foro. Uh, Fucking banger fight, you know? I knew Gigi Canuto was one of the tough series losers, but you know, she kind of shocked me. She showed really good grappling. She had really good, pretty good striking. But goddamn, Carol Foro is a dog. She's got great combos. She's got great hands. I mean, Gigi Canuto is also a dog because how she didn't get finished is beyond me. Um, and this fight was just so fun. It was super high paced. Round one, Carol Foro just piecing her up, going at her, walking forward, marching her down. She's landing big shots the entire time. Ends the round with a huge flurry against the cage. Round two, Gigi Canuto controls her the entire round. For the entire round, she controls Carol Foro. And I believe this was the round that I know she went for a Kimura but didn't get it, but I think at the end of this round, she pulls for like an armbar and Foro escapes it and starts landing her own ground and pound. And in round three, it's just back and forth on the feet and on the ground. And then at the end of the round, it's just Carol Foro just landing fucking bombs on her chin. Just piecing her up, just fucking combinations head to the body. Every shot is landing where she throws. She looked fucking sick this fight. Absolute fucking beast. My God. Women's MMA is fun again. Women's MMA is fun again. I love seeing this. It's beautiful to see. Banger to open up the card. This was in the new Apex. The new Apex got something different going on with it. These motherfuckers seem to love to scrap in that new Apex. But sick banger fight. Absolute war. Love seeing it. Moving on to another women's fight. Low key, when I saw two women's fight opening up this card, I saw Carol Foro and I knew her contender series fight. So I was kind of like, oh, well, that's going to be a fun one. Should be a finish for her. But then I saw Miller and Oliveira and I was like, this one's going to be not so fun. This one was fun too. This fight went exactly how I predicted. I predicted Juliana Miller to finish her like late first or early second round, and that's exactly what happened. She was able to get Ravina Oliveira down in both the first and second. For the first round, she was just beating the shit. She was just beating her up on bottom. The striking exchanges were fun. Gets her down in the second, was able to just fucking slice through her guard and her entire ground game, really. And just subs her really quick. Locks in that rear naked choke, Ravina Oliveira tapping. A great win from Juliana Miller. I mean, not really a great win, but, you know, good performance from Juliana Miller. Carly Jadis upscale. Hey, I'm a big Carly Jadis fan, so anytime I can see, anytime she ends up looking better career-wise, hey, it's a win for me. That's my favorite women's MMA fighter right there, Carly Jadis. Her children getting good wins. No, but in all actuality, it's a good win from Juliana Miller. It was entertaining. Got the crowd hyped. Speaking of getting the crowd hyped, Miles Johns versus Yanni Vasquez. This was sick. This was really fucking sick. It was a real slow-paced fight. I thought Miles Johns was going to get a KO, but I thought he was going to get a KO in the second round. This fight kind of starts with, like, Miles Johns, you know, he's landing his overhands pretty clean, but, you know, Yanni Vasquez has a chin. He's tanking some of them. He made his debut against Farid Basharat at bantamweight. He missed weight by a lot, but Miles Johns eventually steps in for a right hand. He gets caught in some like weird like in and out exchange and gets clipped by a left hook right on the temple by Yanni Vasquez, and he gets dropped and he gets hurt real bad. And Yanni Vasquez starts like stalking him, and as they exchange, Miles Johns drops him bad with a left hook. He lands like 3 follow-up shots. He lands like 4 follow-up shots. They land like clean on the chin, and they just fucking they bust open the face of Yanni Vasquez and put him out. Ref stops it. Clean victory. Well, I can't say clean, but clean finishing sequence. Very clean finishing sequence. He drops him with the left hook, and he perfectly lands every single shot of ground and pound that he throws. And that's what you like to see. That's what you like to see in a finishing sequence, where only they drop him. The opponent's not even really fully out, but they just land all the right shots they need to and just puts him out. Sick win from Miles Johns. Good to see him back in the win column. Re-sign Daniel Marcos. Why the fuck did Daniel Marcos get cut? Get him back in here. All right, Daniel Marcos is really good. Get him back in the UFC. Next up, Manuel Sosa versus Richie Miranda. I low-key, in my fraud check video, I caught flack for saying that Manuel Sosa was going to get fraud checked eventually. I feel like this kind of confirms my suspicions. I feel like this fight kind of confirmed my suspicions. I think someone like Gamrot could beat Manuel Sosa. I think a Gamrot type. I think a Narulo Alieve would smudge him. Like, don't get me wrong. Manuel Sosa won, and it was a good performance. But I think I'm starting to think a couple of things now with him. Either, well, I have one of 2 solutions about his power. Either A, his power is overrated and not as good as we thought, or B, Richie Miranda has a fucking crazy chin. I'm more inclined to believe Richie Miranda has a really good chin. But, I mean, because he took it on short notice, made the weight, and nobody really eats shots. Like, the shots he was eating off Manuel Sosa were, like, big shots on the chin. But round 1, Richie Miranda gets a nice double leg, and he beats the shit out of Manuel Sosa on the ground. Like, he's landing a lot of strikes. Arguable 10-8 round, in my opinion. I think there's an argument for it. But Sosa does get up at the end of the round. But Richie Miranda dominates the first round. Round 2, the tides turn real quick. Manuel Sosa is coming at him real strong. And eventually he drops him with a body shot, but Richie Miranda crumbles. But as he goes for a leg, Manuel Sosa like tries to spin around and pull his leg out. He like trips, so Richie Miranda is able to get the body lock. And he's able to. He was able to kind of recover, get within himself again. But round 3, I thought Richie Miranda was landing a good amount. I thought Richie Miranda was landing quite a bit of good shots. I don't think Manuel Sosa, this wasn't like the greatest performance from him. I think one thing we know about Sosa now is that he has good cardio. Being able to grapple defensively, offensively, and throw with the kind of power and intensity that he throws with for that long, that's impressive. But we know now that people can eat his punches. People can eat his punches. People can out-grapple him and get him to the ground and control him. And that people can beat him on the feet in exchanges. Richie Miranda was landing a lot of good punches in exchanges. Manuel Sosa was chewing up the leg of Richie Miranda. That helped a lot. I think if Manuel Sosa didn't start doing that, then Miranda probably would have ran away with the fight real cleanly. But it was a good win for Manuel Sosa. Very good win. But I'm just, it's not the type of thing you want to see. But then again, he also took the fight on a week's notice. Maybe they had this fight more ready in the bag. Or maybe they had a different opponent ready and kind of for Manuel Sosa, but they never announced it. And then Richie Miranda steps in when that opponent falls out behind the scenes. So it's just this fight. But I'm just not too high on Manuel Sosa. Is he fun? Yeah. This was another sick fight amongst many. It was fun, but I don't think he's all that. We'll have to wait and see. Maybe he proves me wrong, but I don't think he's all that. Next up, Louis. Oh my days. Oh my days. Louis fucking Sutherland gets fucking subbed in 1 round. I remember as this fight was going on and he was like circling around, I was like, wow. He's circling. He looks pretty good. Sorry, I got a call. I'll cut that out. Louis Sutherland. I was watching him circle around the cage and I thought, wow, this guy's looking actually kind of athletic. This guy's looking actually like a real fighter. And then he gets taken down by Jose Montana and then I realized this guy's just a fucking fat blob. He has no bags of tricks. We were fooled by the Tai Tuivasa fight. And the Tai Tuivasa fight convinced us that this guy was actually really crafty when in reality Tai Tuivasa just has a lack of grappling. This guy stinks of poo. Jose Montana gets him down, subs him, real easy. It's like a face crank. I was watching it and it reminded me so much of like Darren Till and Dricus du Plessis. I was just like, why? Why are we tapping to this? But I'm not a fighter. Maybe it hurt a lot more. Maybe something happened to his like jaw or something. So I don't know. Maybe the squeeze was actually insane from Jose Montana. But yeah, Jose Montana smokes him out in 1 round. Hey, him versus Steven Asplund. I'm just saying, that's not a bad fight. Dr. Nurgajai versus Bruno Lopez. Low-key, clean performance. I can't believe I actually almost thought that Bruno Lopez had a chance here. Because Bruno Lopez was low-key just getting worked. And, he did try to go for a couple of eye pokes. Crafty move. Crafty move. Cyril Gahn gets away with it, so. Always good to try. Something like that is always good to try to see if you can get away with it. He didn't face any repercussion, really. I think Herb Dean was his ref. Sounds about right. But Dr. Nurgajai outdogs him, and he lands this like big overhand right that stuns him. It looks like for a minute that Bruno Lopez it takes him down, like falls into a takedown. It looks like for a minute that Bruno Lopez is able to circle and recover, but Dr. Nurgajai throws like a spinning back fist that lands on the guard, but it like knocks Bruno Lopez off balance a little, and it shows that he's still wobbling. And then he just lands this sick uppercut. Oh, he lands this sick uppercut. Then with the same hand, like an uppercut to the body, and then a left hook on the chin flattens out Bruno Lopez. My God, Dr. Nurgajai came into the UFC with a lot of hype. Lost to Brenson Ibero the same way Bruno Lopez did. Got fluked because Brenson Ibero is just that fluky. But very clean, very good performance from Dr. Nurgajai. He's looking a lot better recently. Had that fight against Rafael Tobias. Didn't look the greatest. Kind of underwhelmed a little, but, now he's looked a lot better. His striking is very clean. He's got good kicks. He's kind of showing himself to be the prospect we thought he was on the Contender Series. And that's pretty impressive, and he's looking pretty good. So I like that a lot. Great win from Dr. Nurgajai. Great slime out. Love to see it. Did any of these fights earn bonuses? From what I remember, let me look at the card. Bonus, that earned a bonus. This earned Okay, I know who earned the bonuses. Steven Asplund gets snubbed of another fight of the night bonus. This 100% deserved fight of the night, in my opinion. It was low-key a fucking badass fight. Yerme Pat is a dog. A lot of the things that I thought Steven Asplund was gonna finish this dude in like round 2 or 3 with pace and pressure. This fight had the attributes that I thought. Gamrot Pat was just a little bit faster, did have the athleticism advantage. But Steven Asplund is very good. He is genuinely very good. I think that he comes out and he drops Gamrot Pat like twice in the first round, piecing him up. He utilized the clinch a lot in this fight, but he was actually doing stuff with it, like knees to the body. He was, Marab maxing a little with knees to the thigh, but he would always like throw a big elbow off the break or some big shot off the break. Round 2, Gamrot Pat starts stinging him hard with the jab and landing good shots to the body. And he ends up dropping him with like a good check hook while Steven Asplund's on one leg. And it looks like Gamrot Pat almost was like gonna get a finish, but Asplund recovers really well. And then third round, it starts going back and forth, very, real back and forth on the feet. And then Asplund like rocks him, and he lands some like clean combination of like a left right, and then lands like a head kick that stuns him real bad. Starts landing like clean elbows off the break. And I'm thinking to myself, Gamrot Pat's been dropped twice in this fight already. How the fuck has none of this put him away? Gamrot Pat's a dog. Can't deny it. This dude is sick. Steven Asplund gets it done. Very fun fight. Very clean performance. Ends up a lot and leaves this fight a lot better than he did the fight against like Vitor Petrino or against Sean Sharaf, where both of those fights he had like big gashes on his face. I mean, he was busted up a little. He had a lot of marks on his face, but no big cuts this time. That means quicker turnaround, and that's what I like to see. Because this dude comes and he comes correct. Honestly, I think you get this dude on some. Honestly, this dude better be getting like behind the scenes bonuses from Dana. This was a card, in my opinion. Like low-key, if you gave everyone a bonus, like I wouldn't have even been mad. I wouldn't be mad if they gave everyone on this card a bonus, because it was so fun. But sick fight from Steven Asplund. I think you just put him against Jose Montaño. I think that's an easy fight to make. Jose Montaño didn't take a lot of damage. Steven Asplund likes to be super active, doesn't take a lot of time off. I think it'll be a sick fight. We could see if Steven Asplund can just start doing this to anybody. Just start giving them these blobs. Like he said in the post-fight, any fat motherfucker who wants to get it, they want to put in front of him, he'll fight. And you know what? I respect that. This dude's a beast. Super fun heavyweight. This is what heavyweight needs, a guy like him. And, yeah, I can't wait to see what's next. Next up, this is my guy. My new O-Ben Elliott. Ty, Thriller, Miller. Yo, this dude is so fucking clean. Oh my god, this dude is so badass. So first round starts and it's a little competitive. Billy Ray Goff, he's shooting in on a lot of takedowns, trying to get this fight to the ground with all of his might. Considering he had a fight against a taller, rangier opponent like a Trey Waters, and he was able to give him some troubles, I was kind of thinking this is going to be a competitive fight, but I see just Ty Miller landing the cleaner shots as the fight goes on, and with his jab and his reach, and finishing him in the third. This fight shouldn't have been let to go to the third round, but I got my perfect prediction. Um, First round is like somewhat competitive. Ty Miller wins it, I think, just by landing cleaner shots and kind of stinging him because Goff was landing his own shots pretty well, but Ty Miller was just landing the cleaner shots. Round two, holy shit. It was actually Coughing Baby versus Hydrogen Bomb. Round two, Ty Miller beats the fucking piss out of Billy Ray Goff. Wasn't even fair. It was actually fucked up matchmaking. Billy Ray Goff gassed himself out with all the takedowns. Ty Miller using his jab and his reach, like I said, beautifully. That jab set up all his combinations. He was beating the shit out of Billy Ray Goff. He was beating the piss out of Billy Ray Goff. Like, there was no him taking his time or, just like shot selecting, being real picky with it. No, he was pumping that jab and he was landing every fucking strike he threw. He was landing every single strike he threw. He looked clean, he looked fast, he looked powerful. Hey, Michael Oliveira, your time has come. There is no way out of this one. No, I don't think he should fight Michael Oliveira. I think he's after this he should get someone a little more ahead, a little better, a bit of a step up. But he beats them, just batters him for the I think he lands like literally 100 significant strikes in round two. In between rounds 2 and 3, Billy Ray Goff's corner actually gives some of the worst advice I think I've ever heard in my entire life. They literally tell him, his corner straight up tells him, just circle, dude. Don't engage. Just circle. Hey, just circle this round. I need you to just move and do not engage. Call the fight! This dude's clearly done. This dude is clearly done. He can't fight no more. Why the fuck are you sending him out there to fucking die? I get it. Billy Goff's the dog, but his corner sucks. He should actually fight. He should actually quit that gym. Never have those guys in his corner again. They are fucking terrible. But great performance from Ty Miller. Sick performance. He looked fucking fantastic. I want to see this dude again. Put this dude in MSG. Put this dude on another numbered card. Give him a step up, a bigger name. Give him like a Jake Matthews. See how he does against like a Jake Matthews. But I need to see more of this dude now. He is sick. He looks good. He's got good takedown defense. He's got sick boxing. This dude is well trained. I need to see more of him. Moving on to Alexia Tainara versus Amanda Lemos. I cannot lie, I missed this fight. Why did I miss this fight? Simple reason. I went to go get a patty melt from Whataburger. No, that's it. That's just my reason. I went to go get it because I really thought that this was going to be a boring fight, and I was seeing like a Alexia Tainara smudge fest. But from what I ended up hearing and from what I saw from when I came back, which was like the last half of the last round, it seemed actually like a sick fight. These girls were slugging it out. They were slugging it out. They were trading in the pocket like no tomorrow. They were just going at it. And I'm kind of upset that I missed this fight. Because I go out there thinking, it's going to be nothing. This is going to be the lame fight on the card. There was no lame fight on this card. And I missed one of them. I had no reason to miss one of them this time. Sometimes I'll miss some of them because of work. Sometimes I'll miss some of them because I'm doing other things. I actually missed this one because because of my own ignorance. 30-27. I heard that Amanda Lemos rocked her really bad in the second round, so I hear that a 30-27 is kind of whack. But shit, these two girls trading in the pocket like no tomorrow. Beautiful, beautiful. Love to see it. What is that, like 3 losses in a row? Yeah, what is she? 1-5 in her last 6. Hate to see it for Amanda Lemos. She was actually pretty fun. I enjoyed watching her fight at least. Um, Great win from Alexia Tainara. Really fun fight. Now we know she can grapple really well. She can strike really well against the top of the division. Hell yeah, this was a sick fight. Next up, this one was fucked up. Darren Elkins versus Yadier Del Val. Del Valle, the Cuban Missile, puts a fucking Cuban Missile on Darren Elkins' Guantanamo Bay chin. Yadier Del Valle lands a right hand and just slimes out Darren Elkins early. Darren Elkins is old. He's geriatric. I know I said I could have seen Darren Elkins like fluking him or like just smudging him somehow with his like weird grappling style. I said I could see it happening. I didn't say I expected it to happen. But yeah, Del Valle slimes him out. I mean, hey, sick, you got a 35-second knockout. Good for you. It's against a geriatric old man. That's fucked up. I think Yadier Del Valle should waste no time and just get back in there as soon as possible. I think you should fight Julian Erosa. I think that's fair. Fight Julian Erosa. Maybe you can slime him out too, but yeah. I mean, just kind of disappointing. It's just sad. Like, it's just really sad. Why are you putting Darren Elkins, who's at like 40, he's taken a lot of damage in his career, always gotten like pretty like decently fair matchups. Why are you putting him against Yadier Del Valle, a fucking young, like very physically, like he's actually a very physically strong fighter who's got good, decent power on the hands, pretty good defensive grappling, pretty good grappling game overall. We can see. Why would you put Darren Elkins against this guy when you know Del Valle is just gonna slime him out in Darren Elkins' retirement fight? That's fucked up, but hey, good win, great win from great performance from Yadier Del Valle. What goes out there and he essentially does what he's supposed to do. He knocks him out in like 30 seconds. Against this level of comp, that's what he's supposed to do, and they made this fight on like a week's notice, but hey, worked out well. Ended up being a super fun fight. Just hate to see it for Darren Elkins. Another unk that got a win, though. Diego Ferreira. I can't even lie. Billy Q. What the fuck are you doing? Billy Q has a granite chin, but this guy can't defend a straight right hand to save his life. He cannot defend a straight right hand to save his fucking life. Because what the fuck was that? First of all, Diego Ferreira pieces him up across 3 rounds. Literally a 1-2. And he's like, he was clipping Billy Q clean all night. Shots that I think would have slumped any other fighter. Shots that I think would have rocked and dropped and eventually put out any other fighter. Landing as clean as they did from Diego Ferreira. Billy Q, you know, he's an S-tier human punching bag. You can't lie, but the fact that at the end of this fight he had his hands up like he did something, like he won, and his coaches were carrying him around the octagon like he won. Yo, what the fuck are you doing, dude? What are we actually doing? You got pieced the fuck up for 3 rounds and lost bad. I thought it was a clear 30-27 for Diego Ferreira. Every round he was landing the cleanest shots, like hurting Billy Q bad. Like, how are you having a competitive fight with Cub Swanson? How do you, after getting slimed out by a straight right from Cub Swanson, not think to yourself, maybe I should start defending the straight right hand? I mean, it is what it is. Diego Ferreira with a great win. He said he wants to fight either Jim Miller or Bobby Green after this. I think Jim Miller. Bobby Green's on a real high in a real hot streak. I mean, Bobby Green literally has 4 wins since they were scheduled to fight. So I don't think Diego Ferreira is gonna get that fight. Maybe if he beats Jim Miller, then they could do Diego Ferreira versus Bobby Green. That would be pretty cool. At that point, both of them coming off back-to-back wins. Both like Bobby Green 4 wins, Diego Ferreira 2 wins. Both unks of division. Both of them were top 15 at one point. Always a tough fight, a good test. It'd be nice to see it. The little unk fight for the cookout eventually, but I think if anything's next, it's Diego Ferreira versus Jim Miller. I think that's the fight you make next. And yeah, great performance from Diego Ferreira. I'd like to see him, maybe on another one of these fight nights as a good padding. Him versus Jim Miller would be a good like main card fight for a fight night. But yeah. Next up, Mateusz Gamrot versus Quillan Salkilld. Oh my days, Quillan Salkilld, unironically. This was probably one of the most impressive main event performances of the year. Not even a joke. I'd make the argument this was the most impressive main event performance this year. Quillan Salkilld goes out there. First of all, he rocks Gamrot early with a jab. Love to see it. He's able to stuff Gamrot's takedown. He gets caught in like a leg lock position for a bit. It seems like it may have tweaked his leg a little, but not enough to do anything. He escapes it. He is able to successfully out-scramble Gamrot and get back to his feet. Then he starts backing him up against the fence. Gamrot starts, landing some decent clean shots. Nothing crazy. Nothing impactful. Nothing that's going to really do anything to Quillan. But he starts landing some of these clean shots on Salkilld. And then he like jumps in with this he feints a level change, jumps up with this clean left hook, and he shoots in like lightning fast on a takedown, locks it up. It was perfect setup to a takedown. Gets his hands locked underneath the butt, underneath the hips, gets Gamrot down himself, starts dominating from position to position, gets his back, and he sinks in the rear naked choke, and he subs Gamrot, a full camp Gamrot, in 1 round. He subs a full camp Gamrot in 1 round. Oliveira couldn't do that shit to a Gamrot on... Okay, well, he subbed Gamrot, but he subbed Gamrot in round 2, but it was a short notice Gamrot. Oliveira got taken down. Then again, Oliveira is, usually willing to fall to his back in those types of exchanges. But Quillan Salkilld with a crazy, crazy good performance just dominates Gamrot start to finish, and he finishes him in a round. He essentially showed all aspects against Gamrot that we would have needed to see. He is a future champion of this division. There is no doubt about it. He will hold that belt. He 100% will hold that belt. Not a single doubt about it. Crazy good performance from Quillan Salkilld. I'd say you book him against BSD in November. That's probably the only thing that's going to be available, because I think that if Arman beats Rufy, Rufy's going to take a lot of damage, and if Rufy beats Arman's probably going to get knocked out, and the loser of that's not going to be ready, and the winner's going to fight for the title. Quillan Salkilld versus BSD is probably the most reasonable option, because it's not like BSD took crazy amount of damage. He got choked out cold, but he didn't take a lot of damage. Book Quillan Salkilld versus BSD. That's what we need. But anyways, you guys tell me what you guys thought of the card. Tell me what you guys think is next. Give me your thoughts, your opinions down below. Thank y'all. See y'all.